What's up everyone, it's Rachel here back again with another fun YouTube video. Welcome back to the channel, and as always guys, it is good to see you here. Don't forget to go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't already to see more videos like this. And if you guys want endless education, inspiration, and motivation to use your die cutting machine, click the very first link in the description below to see how you can gain access to Maker's Gonna Learn. Today guys, we're actually going to be talking about a really fun demonstration, which is going to be about cleaning your Cricuts. Now, a lot of people have Cricuts. That's what we do. We use Cricuts every single day. But did you know that you can actually clean them and that you're supposed to be cleaning them? Now, we as a team have kind of looked around the internet and haven't really found a really good solid tutorial on how to clean your machine, what to clean it with, what you shouldn't use, what you should use. Of course, we don't want to use any harsh chemicals like acetone or anything like that to clean it, but Windex mild cleaners like the LA's Totally Awesome. We have some canned air, some baby wipes, and we actually found this really fun cleaning kit on Amazon that I will link below with some microfiber towels, a lot of different sizes of these little brushes, some just really fun tools that we'll be able to use to clean our machine today. There are a couple of things we want to look out for and a couple of things we want to make sure we get super squeaky clean. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into how to clean your Cricut. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is turn it off and unplug it. You don't want any power to be coming to the Cricut at all. We don't want to, heaven forbid, accidentally electrocute ourselves or anything like that. That could be terrible. And the next thing you want to do is open your clamps. So we're going to open up our clamps and take out our blade here. So I'm going to go ahead and set our blade to the side. And we're going to start off with our canned air here. I have the cutest little can of canned air. I'll link it in the description below. But guys, you can find this at any kind of office store, Office Depot, Office Max, Staples. You can find this at Walmart. Really anywhere that sells electronics will sell these air dusters, and literally it's just canned pressurized air. That's it. I prefer it with this little straw on it to be able to get it in precision. So all we're going to do is go in here and kind of just blow our Cricut out. You want to do short bursts when you're working with this canned air. We're going to open up our trays, get in our trays, get in our little caddies. It was super dirty in there, guys. Just kind of get around the back. Get in your clamps. And guys, as you're working with this, you will feel the can getting colder. Since it is just canned air, we do want to be careful with this, so we're only going to use it in moderation. So now we're going to set this to the side, and we're going to start using our baby wipes here. So we're going to grab our baby wipe and just kind of wipe off the surfaces that we can see are dirty and dusty a little bit. Wipe off your dial, and we are using the Cricut Explore Air 2 today just to show that the diversity of this method. Please feel free to use this, all of these methods with the Cricut Maker. You can do that as well. That's totally fine. If you see any little scuff marks, you can get a little bit of this LA's Totally Awesome. I'm going to fold up a paper towel and spray some of that LA's Totally Awesome on that paper towel. If there's some scuff marks on here you can see, you can work that in and it'll really get those off. It'll do well. But when you're working on the inside, you really want to be using something a little bit more mild like baby wipes. Now we're going to move all the stars to one side here. We're going to scooch all of our stars over. And that way we can get under there. So we're going to take one of our brushes here. There's a bunch of brushes. And we're going to get underneath that rod. We're going to make sure we get underneath that rod good and get that good and cleared out. There's sometimes some debris that gets stuck on that rod. And if you see these little rubber rods right here, we're going to dust those off as well. There's some more gentle brushes in this little cleaning kit that we can use on those. And I'm just going to take this whole thing right here and very gently scoot it over. Not a lot. You don't want to start messing with the machine, but we just want to make sure that we're getting underneath the rod right where that's at. I'm going to scoot him right back. Get under that rod. Now we're going to go back in with our baby wipe, clean up all that dust that we just produced from that rod, and you can wipe this front rod. The back rod is oil that is greased so that it can move easier. So we kind of want to be mindful of that, but it's not the biggest deal in the world if you get if you get a little bit and start cleaning back there, it's totally fine. But this front rod, this can collect a bunch of nasty stuff that we don't want. And now we have this really neat brush here, and it's very, very soft bristled. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna take it, and in our clamps, we're gonna open up our clamps, and we're just gonna clean our clamps with this brush. Get all that dust out of there. You can get it, you can put it in that adapter for those pins, and then you can take out the adapter and just dust out that clamp there. You dust this out again. You can see how well this works here. It's a great little brush for this. Clean that out. We can pop our adapter back in just like that. Close those clamps. And guys, look at how dirty this is. I mean, it's so gross, but that is the beauty of this. Now we're gonna open this up and wipe out our little areas here, our little nooks and crannies. And once everything dries from like on the inside, really, you can take one of these microfiber cloths and kind of finish it off, you know, make it super nice and shiny. Sometimes those baby wipes leave a little bit of residue, and we don't want that. So we're gonna get in here, clean that up. Make sure you get over here too with these brushes. Now you can use any of these brushes that you want. I'm gonna use maybe one this size, and I'm actually gonna get a close-up of this, so let me get another angle and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So what you guys are seeing right now is a very, very close-up of inside these two rods here. And as you can see on this back rod, there is some pretty much crud that has accumulated there. So we're gonna get that off. So we're gonna take one of our brushes. You can use, there's this green brush here that's got some bristles on it, or you can use one of those black brushes in the kit. We're gonna use one of those and get in there and kind of wipe that out. And a lot of it is actually oil, so we're gonna kind of do our best to kind of bring it up the rod, just like we're doing. So we're gonna clean it, bring it up the rod. And if there's any kind of debris, then we're just gonna go ahead and take that out. But now you can see on the very edge around the back here, there are some little spots where that grease got. So we're gonna take that, get that grease off of there, and really get that good and clean over in there, and repeat that for the other side as well. And then back here in your kind of in these teeth back here, if there's anything going on back there, you can take your canned air, blow that out with your canned air. Those are that's your workhorse for your machine back here. So you want to make sure that you're doing good things to clean your little teeth back here. Now that you have cleaned the majority of the inside here, again with that microfiber cloth, you can see how dirty this one's getting. Just make sure it's all clean and shiny and pristine how you want it. And then go back in one more time with that air duster. And we're just gonna dust out that inside of our machine. And now we're gonna take our star wheels and distribute them evenly, just how we had them, or how we should have them, rather, right there in our machine. And now we're gonna go ahead and close it up and work on the outside. So the outside is usually a little bit dirtier than the inside of our machine, but that's fine, no problem. So what we're gonna do first is take our LA's Totally Awesome. So I'm gonna fold up a paper towel, spray some on here. Since we're not working with any of the inner workings, you can use this cleaner on here. So we're gonna take it and clean the machine. You can clean around your buttons if the LA's Totally Awesome isn't so saturated on your paper towel. Now, if you put a ton on there and there's any that could seep underneath those buttons, we don't want to do that, but there's not right now, so that's totally fine. I'm just gonna spray and wipe it down. Now, once you kind of get the scuffs off with that, this is for scuffs mostly. So you can get all the little scuffs off with that. We're gonna get another baby wipe, and get the whole thing with a baby wipe around the buttons, around your dial. Get around here. We don't want to mess with anything in here where your cartridges go. Don't forget the back. And don't forget this little caddy here. Now, if you have some trouble, there is a tool in this kit that has a brush end and then a kind of a spatula end. I like to lay a baby wipe down and then get in there with the spatula. And it really helps me be able to get in these little grooves, nooks and crannies. Love it. So now that's nice and clean. It was super dirty in there. And once it's kind of drying, you can help that drying process if you want to by using some paper towels. There we go. And now we're going to go in with a microfiber cloth and kind of buff out any of those areas. We're going to set our dial back to custom when we're done. Wipe it down and clean it really well. And then in these little cracks and crevices, we're going to use our air duster. Down here in the bottom, a lot of little dust can accumulate that you might not think about. We're going to get our air duster way down here and dust that out. Dust out our little cracks. And now we're going to flip this guy around and then be able to do that on the back side as well. So for this step, we're actually going to go ahead and open our Cricut. And when it's open, you'll be able to see that you can totally see through here. There's my finger. So we know that it can be cleaned. So I'm going to use one of these brushes. And this brush is a little bit tricky. So I might actually use the brush that we use with our clamps and get in here in the back. And I'm not hurting anything by doing this. It slides effortlessly. And cleaning that out. Just like so. And I'm going to use a little bit of Canned Air from the front of my machine. So here I am. I'm going to go from the front of my machine and spray it outwards back here. And now the back is perfectly clean. We can go ahead and shut our Cricut again. If you need to, do anything, if you need to spray any Canned Air in our little ports, you can do that. If you need to, whatever you need to do back here, if you need to buff it out some more. And now guys, we need to replace our fine point blades. We're gonna open up our Cricut again and look how shiny. So here is our fine point blade. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our blade out and set it somewhere we won't forget it. And we're just gonna take a brush and brush off our fine point blade. We're actually gonna kind of get some bristles in there in that little hole, get a little bit of Canned Air, clean it out, get a paper towel. I don't have anything on this paper towel. I'm just kind of wiping it off. Now that brush is just to get anything that might be caked on, because you can do a lot with your Cricuts. As you can see, I'm just kind of cleaning the top there, and I'm also going to set that down and get our knife blade, or our fine point blade, excuse me, and clean off the actual blade with a paper towel. Just clean that blade off, make sure it's nice and shiny. If you want to replace the blade, now is a great time to do that. You could mark it on your calendar to clean your Cricut and replace the blade all at the same time. That would be super helpful if you wanted to do that too. But guys, that is all you need to do to clean your machine. Now, if you're cleaning a Cricut Maker with the adaptive tool system, you want to be a little bit more gentle with the actual adaptive tool system. Just use Canned Air around that and things like that. You don't want to get anything deeper into those gears or anything, those inner workings. But other than that, these are completely the same. You can clean them the same and maintenance them the same, and it looks great. This is a very good looking Cricut. And before we say goodbye, guys, I really wanted to show you what all was in that amazing cleaning kit from Amazon. I was pretty blown away by it. So we have a bunch of these little brushes in different sizes. Some of them have different shaped bottoms to help us in any kind of little curve or nook or cranny that we need. So I really like all of those brushes. Then there's this cute a little coarser, finer brush, and the bottom is flat if you ever need something flat and pokey for anything that you're cleaning. It does come with 2 different types of tweezers, which is super handy, and you can actually, guys, double these as Cricut tools. So these are super sharp, super pointy tweezers that are great. And then we have some curved tweezers that might be better for some curved spaces. So those come in the kit as well. Then there is this cute little scoop if you have some real bad trouble. This scoop will fold down into this little brush. So then here's another bristle brush that's pretty soft that you can use for different things. Here's that spatula brush combo that I use to clean out the compartment, the side compartment little thing in our Cricut Explore Air 2 that I really like to use. This is a good one. I like how long it is. It can get in areas that are a little bit deeper than my hands can go. And then we have this little bitty bottle brush that I adore for cleaning out the clamps and in between the little crack in the back of the Maker and things. And then we have this brush that actually has another adorable little brush on the bottom. So here you can see the brush with a kind of a flat bottom. You can flip it around and have another itty bitty detail brush. So this is a great choice for versatile little cleaning tools. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 really heavy duty, really sturdy microfiber towels. And then, like I said, we just got a little can of compressed air, of canned air from Amazon as well. And we used baby wipes that we had along with just a little bit of LA's Totally Awesome just to get some of those scuffs out of the exterior of our Maker. So yeah, guys, this is a really fun cleaning kit. If you guys want to purchase this on Amazon, the link is in the description below. It's a fun little kit. I think you guys need it. What did you all think about this awesome tutorial on how to clean your Cricut? I hope that you enjoyed it. It's just a really simple way to just spruce up your Cricut, get rid of some of those scuffs, get rid of some of that felt residue and buildup that you might have accumulated over time. There could be glitter, there could be paint, there could be all kinds of things in your Cricuts. I know we have a lot of stuff in ours just because of how often we use them. So I hope you think that this video was beneficial for you. If you do, give this video a like and let us know if you enjoyed it. Definitely give us a comment down below. Leave one down there if you have a question or a concern about anything used today. Like I mentioned, all these supplies will be linked in the description below. And as always, guys, I hope that you have a great day. Don't forget to check out the very first link in the description to be able to gain access to an amazing die cutting membership that you will definitely want to be a part of. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.